And I listened to it, and I didn't have any advice for her. I didn't know what to tell her. So I decided to make it a video so I can put it out here. Maybe someone who is more matured and have wisdom and have experience can give their 2 cents and give this little girl some advice. So this is what she said. Ma, I have lived a wayward life. I have been a bad girl in the past. Until the point where I met my husband. He was really a good man. He was a breadwinner in his family. So we dated for 6 to 7 months and decided to take our relationship further. And mind you, I don't know my mom, I don't know my father, I have none. And I don't have any relative, I don't know any. So it is me against the world and the world against me. So he has introduced me to all his family and to one of his brother, who happened to be his older brother. So he decided to take me to where his elder brother was based, and we went there. The moment his elder brother set his eyes on me, he screamed. And I was shocked into my bone marrow, according to what she said. Her husband to be then quickly asked his brother, "Did you know my wife to be?" And his brother responded, "Oh no, I don't know her. But she looks so familiar, like somebody I knew, like too much familiar." And the brother said, "Oh, okay." And his brother said, "Oh, now that you find somebody you love and you want to settle down, it's a good thing. You have my blessing." And mind you, my husband's to be, or her husband's to be, elder brother happened to be her ex. They have dated in the past to a point where she had 3 abortions for her husband's older brother. And she was expecting her husband's older brother to look out for his brother by telling him the truth about how he knows her. But he didn't. That he encouraged his brother to get married to me. Then I became scared. I was scared that if I tell my husband, I will lose him. And he happened to be the only family I was planning and excited to have him ever in my life. And the lover of my life. So I didn't tell my husband because of the fear that I had. The fear of losing him. So I went ahead to get married to my husband. Like I said, my husband was rich. With this 3 month period, my husband's businesses, everything he lays his hands didn't work anymore. The business he had before he met me all began to scramble. All began to scramble. And then I became more guilty by the day. But the fear was overpowering my sincerity. I kept quiet without telling my husband anything until all his business went down the drain. After the business all went down the drain, as if that wasn't enough, my husband and I tried to have a child, and we couldn't have a child on our own. We tried IVF. As rich as my husband was, we tried even the native doctors, the pastors, anything you can think of. My husband and I have tried every means to have children, and we never had been able to have children on our own. So my husband fell sick, and his sickness became so severe to a point where the doctors said he needed pacemaker to support his heart. The little money that was saved beside the business, all the money went towards my husband's hospital bills. Mind you that when my husband fell sick, we couldn't make love as husband and wife. But the night my husband passed away, he made an aggressive love to me that I was afraid that it would affect him, and my fear came to pass. After my husband did that aggressive love with me, he fell down on the bed and began to pant. I rushed into the kitchen to get water for my husband, only to realize that he was irresponsive. So I quickly found the means to take him to the hospital, and only to realize that the doctors confirmed that my husband had passed. He has died. So I reached out to the family. They came into the hospital and we put my husband in the morgue. My husband, as I'm talking to you right now, my husband is still in the mortuary. But the surprising thing is that 3 days after my husband's death, his older brother, who happened to be my ex, moved from where he was with his wife and children to live in the same house with me, where I was living with my husband before he passed. And now he's accusing me of killing my husband. And he said if I don't allow him to be with me, to sleep with me, he's going to tell the family that I've killed my husband. And he told me that he has gone everywhere and every finger is pointing to me, that I know what happened to my husband. So because of the fear, I quickly confessed to him that, oh, my husband made love to me the night he died, and I'm guilty that maybe that was what has triggered his heart that made him die. So with that confession, he has gained the ground of accusation, and he don't sleep with him. Go out and tell the family that I killed my husband. And knowing that my husband was the breadwinner, the entire family want to know what killed him. So he been fighting me every day until one day I gave him, because we have to wrestle. I finally gave in, and he had his way with me. After having his way with me, 2 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. But here is the case. If I say the pregnancy is for my husband, the calculation is going to be obvious. Because my husband died 3 months ago, and I am currently 4 weeks pregnant. How am I going to tell the people that the pregnancy is for my husband? Number 2, I am afraid that if I tell my husband's brother, my ex, that I am pregnant for him, knowing fully well that I don't have family or anyone to speak for me, he might unalive me. He might cut my life short. My question is, do I make the mistake for not telling my husband that his brother was my ex? Number 2, should I tell my husband's brother that I'm pregnant for him? Number 3, which is the most important, do you think my husband ghost is hunting me? Please, I need your advice. I told her that I'll be posting the video, and she will be at the comment section to listen to what you all have to advise her. Please, do not disappoint this lady. And do not forget, they would like you to subscribe to this channel, share, comment, and like, and give your sincere advice. The only family she has right now is the child in her womb. For the sake of her child, let us be kind with our comments.